Yo, back at you with another Fortnite Save the World gameplay. Coming at you with a nice special video, a little bit different than my other videos. This video is me taking on a Category 3 storm solo. No help, no other teammates to help out. Solo mission, Category 3 storm, Candy Valley. Check it out, alright? Without further ado, let's roll the footage. Bam. Alright, so as you can see, I already went ahead and built up. I spared you guys the details of me building every little thing, so I just wanted to run around for a little bit before I started the Atlas. Show you guys what I did. I used a lot of wall darts. Not as high level as I wanted them to be, but I will continue to build those up. I used the ramp system, so the Husks don't really like the ramps that much, and neither do the Smashers. It takes them a lot longer to break the ramps than it does for them to break just the walls. So I used the ramp system where I left the Atlases exposed actually, and I just used the ramps around them, you know, just to keep the Husk out and to give the time. The most important thing is to give time for the traps to work. So I used a lot of floor spikes. Those floor spikes are pretty high level stuff. Then I used some ceiling zappers, once again high level ceiling zappers, and also some wall launchers to try to keep them off balance or whatever, to keep them on the floor spikes so the floor spikes can take, you know, as many out as possible. Also use random ceiling zappers in different spots, and as you can see right now, I'm crafting a rocket launcher because I had forgot to craft a rocket launcher, and I was out there with 2 guns with small bullets or whatever, and a helium shotgun. Luckily it crafted pretty quickly, so I was able to roll out with a Spectre, a helium shotgun, and a rocket launcher, so a quad launcher, which works out pretty well for me. So let's see how it goes. Alright, that's my second quad launcher. Remember, I always craft 2 because the durability on them is pretty bad, even though they're malachite. And even when I change them to shadow shard or obsidian, whichever one I choose, they're still most likely going to be pretty, you know, quick use. So, right now, it looks like I was a little bit nervous to start off because I was missing a bunch of shots with my helium shotgun, but I was able to clean them up with the Spectre. Now, I also have a, what do you call it? The Scar. Oh, terrible. I still do have the Scar, but I don't use it as much. So I like the Spectre. I think, even though you can't tell there from some bad shooting that I just did, but the Spectre is a lot more accurate than the assault rifles, the other assault rifles. So I switched over to the Spectre, and then plus what's cool about the Spectre is when they're sleeping, you can shoot them without the other ones waking up. So you could just take them out pretty easily. So I like the Spectre. I like the Spectre kind of over that Scar that they give you in this mode. Even though mine is a gold Scar, I still like that because this is gold Spectre. So let's see. Which is funny because on Battle Royale this gun sucks. the silence AR or whatever, it's pretty terrible. So I used the hover turret or whatever at that entry point that I was telling you about. The entry point, I didn't factor that one in to my building, or else I probably would have built a, you know, a hallway, what you call it, a kill tunnel or whatever. I probably would have done that if I would have realized that that ramp was there for the Husk to get easy access to that side. I actually thought that side would be fairly ignored by the Husk. So I obviously needed to heal. I didn't even end up doing it. I needed to heal that ramp, but didn't do it. So we'll see if it comes back to haunt me. So they had actually broke through the top. I didn't bother to really reinforce that top layer. I wasn't gonna even put the top layer on there, to be honest. I was just gonna roll with it exposed from the top. But I'm glad I did. I did it at the last minute. I'm glad I did. Because even though it doesn't keep them out that well, it does do something. And as you can see, that was a gas, the gas trap or whatever was very effective versus that Husk. That Husk didn't really stand a chance. So I thought they were trying to break my wall darts, but it ended up that static was coming from someone else, somewhere else. All right, so I hear one of the giant husks. Now, this was a pretty smooth defense until these guys started showing up. These are like my least favorite enemy, man. That blast is like, for them to be so weak, that blast is really strong. And for the second it takes you to turn around and find where it's coming from or whatever, they can basically take you out. Especially if it's multiple giant husks. So I don't spend time with them. I just take, as soon as I feel one of those blasts, I just pull out my rocket launcher and take them out of there. I don't spend time with them at all. So as you can see, about 4 minutes have passed by so far, and I'm in a pretty good shape. Not a whole lot of damage at all, even though I'm soloing it. I'm defending 3 atlases by myself, but there isn't a lot of damage at all. And wall darts are obviously giving me a lot of support. They're placed in a very strategic way so that, you know, anytime a husk tries to take out a ramp, they're gonna have to deal with wall darts being shot at them, in some cases from multiple stations. So that obviously helped me out there. And once again, not really stressing at this point. I'm just casually running around from station to station, making sure, you know, my building is still intact. Now, once again, there's another one of these giant husks, and it took some time to reload my quad launcher, so that wasn't great. But yeah, didn't spend too much time with them, just got them out of there. I got them completely out of there. Once again, got some more husks coming. That one damaged the Atlas a little bit, so it's because they had finally knocked down that wall, so I had to make sure that wall was set back up. But yeah, those spikes did a lot of work for me, and the darts and that ceiling zapper, they're helping me out a lot. Still okay, and then now we have a one of these flying things. I forgot what they call them, takers. Now we have a taker. So I had to focus some energy on knocking him out of there. But yeah, healed this, and then since I was close to it I went ahead and upgraded it or whatever, which was a good strategy there. So coming back over here, once again, they messed with the ramp a little bit, just healed it up, keep it moving, heal them up, keep it moving. They had absolutely taken out that one wall that I was worried about earlier. But it didn't really seem to make that big of a difference, to be honest, because the traps are helping me out, heal up these walls, make sure these wall darts are still, you know, working to my advantage. Took them out of there, hit them with the wall darts, took them out of there with the spikes. That's how this whole thing went. So yeah, anybody who's having trouble with this game, you could definitely, if you can't find people to play with, you could definitely solo these. You just have to, it takes a lot of nuts and bolts, because all these traps that I use a lot of nuts and bolts, except for like the wall darts maybe. So it just takes a lot of nuts and bolts. It will take out your whole inventory, because I had a bunch of them, and then, you know, I'm gonna have to do one where I mine nothing but where I mine nothing but nuts and bolts. But that's okay. That's okay. Because when you can solo these, man, it's just a satisfying feeling. So I got another giant husk coming at me. So obviously I have to go take them out, and there's 2 of them, and it looks like there's 3 of them, because there's actually one in the background as well. So, and obviously I wore out my rocket launcher. Hey, doesn't matter. So here's that same giant husk bothering me still, and I missed one shot by accident, and then this guy's out of there. Like I said, I don't try not to spend too much time with the giant husk. I try to get them out of there as quick as possible. And then now I have 8 seconds to go. I'm just doing whatever with the rocket launcher. Then I just want to build that ramp there just to make sure that's good, even though I didn't really have to, because it's over. So there you go. Solo victory, Category 3 Storm, use of traps, and the ramp method of protecting. It's gonna do a little dance, but hey, it didn't quite work out. Yeah, but there we go. Solo defense, Category 3 Storm. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Have you soloed Category 3, Category 4, Canny Valley, Twine Peaks? Let me know down below. All right, see you next time.